Hi, I'm On.
And hi, I'm Anna.
And welcome to Adventures in Reading. Today we're going to read a book called, drum roll please, The Day That Mice Stood Still, from Dr. Roach's Monster Stories.
So today, On is going to read 4 chapters, and it's going to be called Episode 9, Part 1. And so in Part 2, I will read the next 4 chapters. So, let's begin.
All right, let's read the summary to get a head start on what's happening in the story. Jilly can't believe what she's seeing when she wakes up one day to find all the mice in her small town of Buffalo Bottom have gone strangely still. Things only got weirder, though, when the town is suddenly visited by a flying saucer full of alien cats. These felons say they come in peace to help rid Buffalo Bottom of its mouse problem. But when the town's cows start disappearing mysteriously, Jilly suspects the visitors may be up to no good. Alright, so let's start reading. And it is written by Dr. Roach, which is here. It's not a real author, it's just a pen name, but I don't know the real name because it doesn't say on over here, so we gotta research on that. Alright, Chapter 1. Eek! Eek! Jilly McCafferty sat straight up in her bed. Was that a scream? Eek! Yep, that was a scream, all right, and it came from the kitchen. Julie leaped out of bed like a dog at breakfast and raced into the room. Her mother was there, perched on a chair, her knees knocking so hard with fear that the chair was rattling across the floor like a crab in a hurry. "Mom, what's wrong?" she asked. "Mouse," she stammered, pointing to the corner of the room. "Oh, Mom, get a grip. We live on a farm. You should be used to mice by now," said Jilly, walking over to where the mouse was. "Look, it's friendly. It's not even running away." Should I show the pictures? No? Okay. The mouse was standing perfectly still. Jilly got closer and closer, and still the mouse stood there. Jilly went right up to it and touched it. "I think it's dead," she said. "No, it's still breathing, but it's frozen, stiff. Weird." Miss McCafferty got down from her chair and nervously edged over. "Well, it's still horrible. Put it outside, and then you'd better get ready for school." Julie scooped up the mouse, but she had no intention of just leaving it outside. Nothing exciting ever happened in Buffalo Bottom, the town where Julie lived. It was tiny and mostly made up of small farms. This was the best thing to have happened in a long time. "You, my furry friend, are coming to school," she whispered as she slipped the rigid rodent into her school bag. Chapter 2. Stiff Mice. The doors to the school bus were barely open before Jilly had leaped on. She quickly found her best friend, Rod, and plopped down on the seat next to him. "Rod, you're not going to believe this," said Jilly proudly. She lifted the mouse out of her bag. "I bet you've never seen anything like this, Biff." Her words faded away. Rod was holding a stiff mouse, exactly like hers. "And we're not the only ones," said Rod. "Show her, everyone." All over the bus, the school kids held up boxes and bags with frozen mice in them. Everywhere Jilly looked, there were mice in backpacks in the pockets of the seats, even one on the dashboard of the bus. There were mice everywhere, Jilly told her mom that every evening. "Ooh, I know, I've never seen so many. I've been finding them around the farm all day." "Disgusting," Mrs. McCafferty replied. "Anyway, young lady, it's time for bed." Reluctantly, Jilly made her way upstairs. It took her forever to get to sleep. This mice thing was just too weird. Eventually, she tried counting them. They worked as well as sheep, and soon she was fast asleep. "Eow!" Jilly woke up with a start and sat straight up. The house was filled with a bright light. What on earth was that? There was something in the yard. Mom! Chapter 3. Flying Saucer. Jilly rushed out of her room and ran straight into her room. What's happening? Asked her mom. There's only one way to find out, said Jilly. Come on. Jilly grabbed her mother's hand and dragged her out of the house. I'm not sure this is a good idea, her mom protested. It could be anything out there. We're not expecting visitors. But expected or not, visitors they had. A large silver saucer-shaped spaceship had landed in the farmyard. Lights flashed around the middle of the craft, and small clouds of steam burst from flaps here and there. It's, Miss McCafferty stammered. A spaceship, said Jilly. I'm calling the police, said Mrs. McCafferty, running into the house. I'm calling Rod, said Jilly, running from her phone. Within the hour, Jilly's farm was filled with curious people from Buffalo Bottom, all watching the spaceship and waiting for something to happen. Hiss! A door opened, and a ramp was lowered to the ground. The light from inside the spaceship was so bright it was impossible to see properly. The outline of a tall figure appeared and began to descend the steps. It seemed to be wearing a cape and had what looked like 2 points on the top of its head. Is it the 2 pointy-headed monster from Jupiter? Cried one of the townsfolk. Is it the alien vampire from Mars? Shouted another. The figure moved out of the blinding light, and the crowd saw it clearly. No, it's a cat, said Jilly. Chapter 4. Alien Furball. The cat was taller than the tallest human, walking on its hind legs and wearing a silver cape. It held up a paw to silence the crowd. Ew! Ew! Said the cat alien. Sorry, said Rod. Maybe it can't breathe out air and it's choking, said Mrs. McCafferty. Ew! Ew! Bah! The alien cat spat out a large hairball. Ew! Said the crowd. Sorry about that, the cat replied in a silky voice. My name is Felix Andromedus. I come from the planet Venus. My crew and I come in peace. Take me to your leader. The mayor was pushed to the front of the crowd. Leader of the Earth people, began the cat. I don't lead all the people of Earth, the mayor said. Of course, you must be the president of the USA then, the cat replied. Mayor, the mayor explained, of Buffalo Bottom. The cat looked like it was struggling to understand. Very well, President Mayor's Bottom. We have been monitoring your planet, and we have detected your mouse problem. We have a proposal for you. We shall rid you of these mice in return for milk. Well, that seems like an excellent idea. On behalf of the good people of Buffalo Bottom, I accept, said the mayor. So that is the 4 chapters, and chapter 5 is Lost Cows. So we're going to stop there, and Anna will read the next 4 chapters. Alright? Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this episode of Adventures in Reading, although it's not the full episode, it's just part 1. I hope you enjoyed this part, so be sure to look at part 2 later, okay? Alright, bye-bye!
Bye!